Hey guys, so I have a Jandy Zodiac um, pool controller, and a few days ago, I had to replace the screen on it because water had got into it, and you couldn't see the screen anymore, and the sun had beaten down on the pad, and you couldn't make out the letters on the pad anymore. So I had to replace the whole thing. The screen part of it, it was $800, so it wasn't cheap to replace. So I had to come up with a fix, some way to protect that screen from the elements. So I'm gonna, show you guys what I did. And first I took, I went to Home Depot and I bought a paint pan. It's what this is. It's just a regular paint pan insert, and what I did was where it slopes, I just used a razor blade and I cut it out. And the next thing that I did was I cut a square here, or a rectangle, and I also bought a piece of plexiglass, and I cut it a little bit oversized from the hole that I cut, and I used some adhesive, some construction adhesive, that I also bought at Home Depot, some Loctite in this case, and I put it in there. I made one originally. It didn't turn out very good, but this is what I made. This is the first one that I made. So basically, just cut this section out of it. I cut the rectangle in it. I put a plexiglass, so that way I could, see through it, and I could still see the screen. And here, I could still push the control buttons or whatever. And it worked pretty good. I used caulk. The construction adhesive is what I used to actually glue it to that controller, and it covers that screen pretty good. I'll show you here in a minute. But then I used the caulk on the edges, and I tell you what, it rained for the next 2 days straight after I installed it, and that screen didn't get wet at all. So it worked pretty good. It just, this doesn't look, pretty at all, so I just took it all off and I remade it. So I'll show you the stuff that I used. Like I said, I used the Loctite construction adhesive. I got it there at the Home Depot. I think it was like $4 or something like that. And I bought this this caulk made by DAP, and it worked really, really well. It also was like $4 or $5 or whatever, and I just used a regular razor blade. So anyways, those are the things that I used, and it wasn't very expensive. I think the plexiglass was it was I don't know, like 12 inches by 12 inches, something like that, and it was like $5. So it wasn't that expensive either. And here, give me a second, I'll go out. I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to go out to the controller, and you can see the end result. Alright guys, so this is the end result. Like I said, I just took that paint tray and I cut this part out of it, and I cut a bigger hole for the plexiglass, and the sun is kind of shut out. I can't tell if you guys can see that or not. It's pretty visible. You can see the keys really well, and you can see how I caulked the edges of it. It's waterproof, so no water is going to get into that pad anymore. And it's actually blocking the sun too, so it's not going to damage the keypads. But anyways, this is the solution that I came up with to cover that keypad and not have to replace it again, or hopefully I won't have to. But anyways, let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions, just put it down in the comment section. And thanks for watching my video, guys.